There's different marketing plans for different properties, and I always tell my clients, we need to work backwards. We need to identify who we think your buyer is and create a marketing plan built around that. So we really sit down and come up with that plan, and it's specific to each individual property. It's not just a cookie cutter approach.
Hi, I'm Wade Hansen. I've been selling luxury real estate in Minnesota and Wisconsin for over 23 years. My entire career has been spent protecting my clients from misinformation and unethical practices by those not looking out for their best interests. This podcast will give you the raw truth about everything real estate so you can make solid, informed decisions about the biggest investment of your lifetime. This is the Raw Real Estate Podcast.
Hey, thanks for joining me. So today I want to talk about the questions you should ask when hiring a real estate professional. You know, you're entering into the single biggest financial transaction you'll ever make in your entire lifetime. It's really important that you go through the interview process, whether you're buying, whether you're selling, and work with somebody that is really knowledgeable in your local market, somebody that's experienced, somebody that's full-time, and somebody that really understands you, your needs, and if you're a seller, understands your home and the dynamics of your local market. And if you're a buyer, understands what you're looking for and is full-time in the market that you're looking in. So you need to take this seriously, and I see so many mistakes when it comes to the consumer hiring a real estate professional. So as I mentioned, I think the single biggest question you need to ask, are you full-time? There's these part-time agents that got into the business the last 2 years because it was hot, because they saw a cool TV show like Selling Sunset or $1 Million Listing, and wanted to make a quick buck and drive a Ferrari. They're not in the business anymore. They were doing this just for fun, and we're riding the wave of real estate the last 2 years. So hire somebody that's a full-time professional. 2, are you an expert in the local market? I see so many people make this mistake. Well, my buddy, I'm going to sell a home in Woodbury, and my buddy's an agent up in Brainerd, Minnesota, and he said he'll just pop it on the MLS for a flat fee or whatever it might be. And that agent has no idea how to price your home, how to prepare your home, what the dynamics of your local market are. There's so many factors that come into play when you're putting your home on the market, that working with somebody that doesn't work in your local market, it's going to cost you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Do you have a support staff? I see every day agents that think they can be a stager. They think they can prepare the documents for you, a closer. They think they're a lender. They think they can do everything through the process. There's the analogy of when I go to a doctor's office, the doctor's not sitting behind the counter to check me in, and the doctor doesn't take me back to the room to start prepping me. They've got various stages and various people that you're going to work with. And I do too, and it's important that anybody you work with has, somebody that handles their marketing, somebody that handles their staging, somebody that handles their closings, their lending. There's so many aspects of this business, and I see agents trying to wear every single hat in this business, and it's impossible. If you work with me, I know I'm good at really a few things. I'm good at negotiations, I'm good at sales, and I'm good at marketing, and that's really who I am, what I'm about, and you don't want me staging your home. I've got somebody that'll come in and give you that advice. You don't want me auditing your documents. That's not something I'm good at. You don't want me handling your closing. You don't want me handling your finances. That's not who I am. So I know the lane that I'm in, and I stay in it, and I think it's important that your agent does too. How many homes have you sold in the last 12 months? And not necessarily just how many homes, but how many homes in my neighborhood, my city, my area. Anybody that hasn't sold a home in your zip code in the last 12 months probably isn't the right fit for you. If you're a buyer and you're looking at a certain zip code and they haven't sold a home in that area, they're probably not going to know the the values in that area. They're not going to know, certain things. I mean, even in the local market of Woodbury, I mean, you're on one side of the street, you're in Stillwater schools. The other side of the street, you're in Woodbury schools. And oftentimes buyers, agents don't know that. How long have you been an agent? As we go into this crazy, rocky world of a recession, it's important to have somebody that can really navigate the ship through these rough waters. And we're going to go through some really rough times right now. I think having somebody that's experienced and that's been through this and been through other market shifts can help you. So ask your agent, how long have they been in the business? And if they've only been in the last couple of years, look, it's the market that has sold homes for them. They haven't had to sell a home. I mean, just about anybody could put a sign in the yard, put it in the MLS, and it would sell. Wouldn't necessarily sell for top dollar, but it would sell. So I think asking them how long they've been an agent is really important. Do you actually have a marketing plan? Are you going to market my home? Okay, this is a really hot one for me, especially in the luxury market. I see so many sellers say, well, I've got a friend, they're a good agent. Yeah, they're full-time. Yes, they've sold homes in our area, but have they really sold upper bracket homes in your area? This is a whole different animal when it comes to marketing, especially as we enter this new real estate market. You can't just put a sign in the yard, hang a lockbox on the door, throw it in the MLS, and hope 20 showings will happen and people are going to sell it. That just doesn't work in the upper bracket market. I can give you an example of a home I listed for $2.5 million, and I literally just set up a marketing plan that's going to cost about $25,000 to $30,000 for this specific home. This is everything from print advertising to direct mail to email blast to social media to paid reach on Zillow and Realtor.com and Trulia and there's various websites. Anybody can just put your home on Zillow. Anybody can just put your home on Redfin. But, really, are you out there with video? Are you out there with professional photography and not just day shots, night shots, 3D virtual tours? Print advertising still works. I can tell you, I've already received a few phone calls of buyers that want to see this particular property off of print advertising. And this is really targeted direct print advertising. In the luxury market, these buyers aren't, how do I put this? They're typically full-time professionals, business owners, CEOs, and they're not on Zillow every day looking for homes. They're not setting up auto searches hoping something will just pop into their inbox. You've got to go find these people. You actually have to spend the money, spend the time, spend the resources to go hunting for this buyer. And these agents that don't specialize in the upper bracket don't understand that. It's a much different dynamic than just praying and hoping somebody else will sell a home that you listed. So do they actually have a marketing plan? And show me that marketing plan. And how is that marketing plan specific to my product? The marketing plan that I just laid out for the home I talked about isn't necessarily the one that I'll lay out for the next property that I list in that price point because it might be a different area, different layout, different. It might be on a lake, it might be on acreage, it might be in the city. There's different marketing plans for different properties. And I always tell my clients, we need to work backwards. We need to identify who we think your buyer is and create a marketing plan built around that. So we really sit down and come up with that plan, and it's specific to each individual property. It's not just a cookie cutter approach. Do you have buyers looking for a home like mine? Make sure you ask that question if you're interviewing an agent to list your home. Do you actually work with buyers that are looking for homes like mine? Now, you're going to get one of two answers. You're going to get, you'll get one of three answers. You're going to get, no, I don't. Well, that just means they don't specialize in homes like yours. Or you're going to get, oh, absolutely, I have a list of buyers looking for a home like yours. And that's just smoke and mirrors and them trying to tell you that they actually do work in your market. And if they do say that, let's see some proof of homes that you've sold like mine, or you're going to get the real answer. And the real answer from me is, yes, I have a list of buyers, but so do other agents in the marketplace. Let's make sure we package your home, prepare it for the market, put together a marketing plan that's not only going to appeal to my buyers, but to appeal to all of the buyers out there and potentially go into multiple offer situations and get you the most amount of money possible. So just because I have one buyer, doesn't mean I want to, just quick pocket sell your home without exposing it to the marketing to the marketplace. Marketing your home on the open market right now is so important because in the upper bracket market, homes are so unique and so specific that there's buyers out there looking for your unique, specific home, and not necessarily just my buyers. So there are other agents in the marketplace that I know that play in this market that I can expose your home to. How much do you charge, and why do you charge that? So, it's frustrating to me because in the last 2 years, I think a lot of sellers have really not done their homework on this, right? So agents have been quick to discount their commission and, hey, I'm going to charge X, but this other agent's going to charge Y. Well, wait a minute, that's about a $10,000 savings, right? But really, how much are they selling their homes for? And what I mean by that, what's the list to sale price? So if you're going to save maybe 1% by working with Johnny New Realtor versus the experienced professional, that experienced professional is maybe getting 99 to 101% of list price, where the new guy is getting 93, 94% of list price. So you just spent 1%, and it's costing you 3 or 4%. So, really understanding how much they charge, but why do they charge that? If an agent is quick to lay down and negotiate their commission, how quick do you think they're going to be to lay down and negotiate on your home sale? So when it comes to negotiations, if they can't even negotiate on their own behalf, how are they going to negotiate on your behalf? So really understanding why they charge what they charge is really, really important. So I think, working with a good full-time professional that charges a full service fee pays off in the upper bracket market specifically. Will they be working with you or a member of your team? So there's some large teams out there, and you interview little Bobby that just got his real estate license, and are you going to be working with little Bobby, or are they going to pawn you off to somebody else on the team? One of the things I take a lot of pride in, and I think is a lost art in this business, is you're going to work with me. And if you interview me, I'm the guy you're going to hire. Now, do I have other members of my team that you communicate with throughout the process? Absolutely. But if something goes wrong, it's on me. If I sell the home, I'll take credit for that. It's 100% me working with me. And, the art of being kind of a craftsman in this business it's kind of a lost art. It's these teams of, you interview one person and here you are stuck working with somebody else. I'll use billboard realty, for instance. If you think you're going to hire the guy that's on the billboards, you're wrong. You're working with one of the new guys that just got out of real estate school and has never sold something in their career. So that's something you need to be very cautious of, that making sure that the person that you're sitting across the kitchen table with and interviewing that you may be fond of, is that the person that you're going to be communicating with as you navigate through the sale of your home. And finally, do your homework. Research this agent online. Look at their reviews. How many reviews do they have? If you have an agent that's telling you they've sold 30 homes in the last year and they've got 5 reviews or 400 reviews, something might be wrong there. Make sure that the reviews are legitimate. Make sure that you go past the first page of the reviews and really dig deep and, look on Zillow, look on Google, look on Realtor.com, and look at the various websites and get reviews, or maybe even get some references from the agent that you're working with, and call on these references. Don't be afraid to do that, and get firsthand information from a previous buyer or seller that has worked with this agent, and ask them if this is somebody that might be a fit for you. So don't be afraid to do your homework on this agent. Again, this is the biggest financial transaction you're going to make in your lifetime. So I think doing your homework, doing your due diligence, not just working with somebody because they're a friend or they're a neighbor or a relative. I think it's really important to look beyond that and look for somebody that can really help you reach your goals. So if you're thinking of buying or selling and there's any way I can help you out, don't be afraid to reach out. We can have a casual, confidential conversation, and you can identify if I'm the right agent for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Raw Real Estate Podcast. If you have any feedback for this episode or want to suggest a future topic or even possible guests, head to wadehansen.com. There you can get links to my Facebook and LinkedIn pages. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see the video version of this podcast too. Again, thank you for listening to the Raw Real Estate Podcast. We'll talk soon.